دائما أولا سأبدأ بهذا الحديث حتى نستشعر هذه الجلسات.
In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, and all thanks is to Allah, and we seek His help, we seek His forgiveness. Inshallah, the Shaykh will start with a hadith. He said that I would like to start every talk with a hadith, the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, so we can feel this gathering that that we are sitting right now.
يقول إن لله ملائكة سيارة، يعني الله خلق ملائكة وظيفتها تطوف وتبحث عن هذه المجالس، أي مجالس يذكر فيها الله جل وعلا أو يصلى فيها على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
The Prophet ﷺ said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created specific angels, and their job is to just seek and look for these gatherings. The gathering that we sit and we remember Allah and we remember the Prophet of Allah and we send the salutation on the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
قال فإذا وجدوا ضالتهم، يعني إذا وجدوا هذا المجلس ووجدوا هذه الحلقة يذكر فيها الله جل وعلا يذكر وكذا، قال حفوهم بأجنحتهم إلى السماء الدنيا، يعني ملائكة فوق ملائكة، ملك فوق ملك إلى السماء الدنيا.
And when these angels seeking for those people are gathered together and remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and once they will find these people are sitting and remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we are doing, they will come closer to these people and they will sit as a circle next to these people. And angel after angel, angel after angel sitting above each other until they will reach till heaven.
قال فإذا انفض المجلس بعد ما حفوهم انفض المجلس، بمعنى خرج الناس كل سنة إلى حاسبيه. قال يسألهم الله سبحانه وتعالى، يسأل الملائكة أين كنتم؟ فتقول الملائكة كنا العباد لك يستغفرونك ويذكرونك. فيسألهم الله سبحانه وتعالى طيب وماذا يطلبون؟ فتقول الملائكة يطلبون الجنة يا رب. فيسألهم الله سبحانه وتعالى هل رأوها؟ يعني هل رأوا هذه الجنة بنعيمها وأنهارها وقصورها وكلها؟ فتقول الملائكة لا والله يا رب ما رأوها. قال كيف لو رأوها؟ يا رب.
So when these people are sitting and remembering Allah either in Quran or remembering the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and all these angels are sitting next to these people as a circle surrounding them, and they are reaching from the earth till the heaven, and once this gathering is done and everyone start going to their places and their homes, so the angels will leave that place. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask these angels that where you were. And the angels will say, well, we was sitting at so-and-so place with so-and-so people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, what you was doing there. So the angels will say that these people was talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and talking about the Prophet of sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his stories and so and so. So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask them, and what they want. So the angel will say, they want the heaven. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, are these people saw the heaven? So the angel said, La wallahi. By Allah, they never saw the angels, they never saw the heavens. So,
فيسأل الله سبحانه هل رأوا؟ فتقول الملائكة لا والله يا رب رأوا. قال كيف لو رأوها؟ فتقول الملائكة لكانوا أشد لها طلبا.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if these people saw the Jannah, saw the paradise, or the heaven, how they will feel, how they will talk about it. So the angel said they didn't saw the Jannah, but they was keen to go into it. They was so encouraged to go into it, and they didn't see the Jannah yet. So Allah will say that if they saw the Jannah, what will their reaction will be? So the angel said that if they see the Jannah, their encouragement, their own encouragement will be totally different than what it was.
فيسألهم الله سبحانه وتعالى طيب ومما يستجيرون فتقول الملائكة يستجيرون من نارك يا رب. فيسألهم الله سبحانه وتعالى هل رأوها هل رأوا هذه جهنم وهو يأكل بعضها بعضا وما فيه من العذاب الأليم. فتقول الملائكة لا والله يا رب ما رأوا. قال كيف لو رأوها؟ نفس الجواب. فتقول الملائكة لكانوا أشد لها هربا.
The same thing, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and those people who was remembering me, what they are seeking refuge in, what they was trying to escape from. So the angel said they was trying to escape from the hellfire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, are these people, or those people, saw the hellfire in reality? The angels will say, no, they didn't see the hell in reality. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, what if they saw the hell in reality? So the angel will say, of course, if they saw the hell in reality, they will be more keen to get away from it.
ولذلك هذه من الإيمانات الغيبية. ولذلك أتى الجواب فأجابهم الله سبحانه وتعالى بعد هذه الأسئلة هل رأوا الجنة؟ لا. هل رأوا النار؟ لا. طيب لو رأوها لكانوا شدوا طلبا لكانوا شدوا هربا. قال فيأتي الجواب من الله سبحانه وتعالى فيقول أشهدكم يا ملائكتي أني قد غفرت لهم.
سبحان الله.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after asking all these questions from the angels, and He will now tell the answer to the angels. And He will say that they was asking for Jannah, but they didn't see the Jannah. They was seeking refuge in Allah from the hellfire, but they didn't see the hellfire yet. So, I bear witness in front of you, angels, that everyone from this gathering, I'm forgiving. Everyone sitting in this place, I'm forgiving to him.
لم ينتهي الحديث. قال فيأتي ملك من هؤلاء الملائكة.
The hadith is not end yet. At the end, another angel will come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and tell him something.
قال فيأتي فيقول ربي يعني سمع الجواب أنه قد غفر لهم كلهم أجمعين. قال يا ربي فيهم فلان يعني واحد موجود خطاء صيغة مبالغة خطاء يعني كثير الخطأ له أخطاء كثيرة. فيرد الله جل وعلا عليه فيقول هم القوم لا يشقى بهم جليسهم حتى هذا سيغفر له بإذن الله.
So the angel, of course, after he heard that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I forgive everyone that was sitting at that place. So one of the angels came and he said, oh Allah, among these people, there's one guy who makes mistakes, who makes sins, a lot of sins. He's sitting, of course, you forgive everyone, but among these people, there's one person who sins every single day, or he is committing sin a lot of times. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this place that I forgive, no one will be having any sin after that gathering. So that's mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive that person, even that person is committing sin after sin. But because of that gathering, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive this person as well.
وهذه من بركة المجالس.
And this is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and this kind of gathering.
قال فيأتي الملك فيقول ربي فيهم فلان جاء لحاجة. ايش لحاجة؟ يعني حاجة ما في نفسه يخفيها لا يبديها. قد يأتي كي يشرب أو يأكل يتكلم يسولف يجلس يستمع فقط يريد أن يزور مثلا ليس لأجل هذا الدرس أو لهذا الذكر. جاء لحاجة مر في الطريق مثلا وجلس. قال هم القوم لا يشقى بهم جليسهم وبدلت سيئاتهم حسنات.
And another angel will come and he will say, oh Allah, in that gathering there was a person who came to this gathering with no intention of being or joining this gathering for sake of Allah. He came for a purpose. What purpose is? He might came to just talk to someone his personal issue. He might came or he came to drink or eat. He was passing by and he saw people are sitting in the Dewaniya, so he came and joined people with Dewaniya to drink some tea. So he's not actually coming for listening to saying of Allah or saying of Prophet of Allah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, everyone who was joining this gathering are forgiven, and I bear witness that I forgive everyone.
ولذلك تجد البركة والخيرية في ذكر الله. لو اثنين أو ثلاثة يذكرون الله سبحانه وتعالى فهم عند الله خير من ألوف مؤلفة على مدرجات، على مسرحيات أو على غناء وهكذا. العبرة بأن نجلس وأن نذكر الله سبحانه وتعالى.
He said the purpose is every time we sit together, even though it's a worldly matter, we should remember Allah even in one or two places, or hadith of Allah in one or two places. He said even though if there are two people or three people sitting and talking something, and then they will remember Allah or a prophet of Allah in their talk, so it's better than thousands of people. They might sitting in the one of the shows or sitting in one of the stages and looking for a show. So these three people are better than all these thousand people.
ولذلك احنا نريد فقط في هذه الجلسة أن نعرف فضل هذه المجالس، وقد تطول ولكن أنت على خير. دائما هذه ملائكة تحفك. ولو تخيل الآن لو تسألهم سؤال يعني خاصة من يعني دخل الإسلام، مما خلقت الملائكة؟
Of course, he's saying that, so we have to be keen, even though it goes a little bit longer or it's a short gathering, you have to be keen to come and join this gathering because the reward is really big reward. And the Shaykh is asking a question, how the angels made of, created of?
Light.
Light.
فإذا لو تخيل الآن هذا الحديث وكان عندك يقين في تصديقك لهذا الكلام النبوي للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، راح تجد بأن هذا المكان بيوت كثيرة حوالينا. في هذا المكان راح تجد نور إلى السماء. ليش؟ لأن الملائكة بالنور. لذلك لابد أن تستشعر هذه الجلسات، يعني لا تستثقلها، يعني كن محب لهذه المجالس، مجالس خير وبركة ومغفرة، واحرص عليها ولو ما فهم شيء، ولو مجرد فقط جلست هكذا ونمت في هذا المجلس فأنت على خير بإذن الله سبحانه
وتعالى. Shaykh is saying that even though we know that the malaika, the angels, are made from light, so he's saying that this is now about your belief. Now just imagine that the angels are surrounding you, they are made of light. And all these houses next to you and all the area, we are the one are sitting and talking. We don't know how many people are sitting in other places, but let's say that we are the one and sitting and talking about Allah and His Messenger. And the malaika, the angels are surrounding us and everyone above each other. So there's a light from this place until the heaven. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's why the Shaykh saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gave us, that while we are sitting at a place, there is a nur, there is a light surrounding us and going from the earth till the heaven. So you have to feel that feeling. And also Shaykh saying that it doesn't matter that you will come at these gatherings and you will see that, these gatherings sometimes, it's bored and I might not understand anything. He said, don't think like that, because this is from Shaitan. Once you will come to these places, he said, doesn't matter. If you want to sleep, you sleep. But at least join these people. You want to sleep, sleep. But at the end, the reward is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all your sins.
ولذلك يعني أنا أحببت أن أنجي بهذا الحديث أبدأ به، وحتى لو جئنا في المرة القادمة إن شاء الله وأحيانا والله في عمرنا أن نكون يعني حضورنا لهذا المجلس فيه رغبة وفيه يعني شوق لهذا المجلس، لأنه فيه الخير وفيه المغفرة وفيه لا نريد أن نجلس المجلس وفيه ضيق، لا، هذا المجلس خير وبركة. والآن يعني بعد هذه المقدمة كنت أود يعني أن أتكلم يعني لكن الكلام العربي ثم الترجمة يطول.
So the Shaykh is saying basically I want to, this was the beginning of hadith that I would like to start my talk with, and he doesn't want to take a long time, but he said that this is the main purpose of our gathering. We have to keep in our mind and our belief that every time we come together, we come for a purpose. At least that this purpose is that inshallah once we are leaving, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive our all sins, and we will not say that I don't want to join this gathering. No, we have to be keen to join any kind of gathering that, based on Allah and His Messenger. And he said that since now he's talking in Arabic and I'm translating in English, so it might goes long, so he's gonna just make a short talk.
إيه ولذلك يعني الكلام هذا أنا لما أتكلم فيه باللغة العربية مع الدروس كمقدمة ثم أبدأ في الدرس. الآن مع الترجمة أصبح كأنه درسين. لذلك سأختم يعني في هذا الوقت حتى لا نطيل على الوقت، وإذا كان هناك أسئلة أو استفسارات أو شيء
إن شاء الله تبدل السيئات حسنات ما
جزاك خير. I forgot something in Brother Hamid, he just reminded me concerning when the angels, the second angel will come and will say, well, so and so was not coming for sake of gathering. He was coming for sake of some purpose, worldly purpose, So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, well, I will forgive everyone sitting at that place, and I will exchange their bad deeds, their own sins, into rewards. So just imagine, everything from sin is wiped, and all your sins become to reward. So it's like, you're not carrying anything on your shoulder except rewards and riches. Of course, the Shaykh said that, this is basically every talk or every class, he starts with this hadith, so everyone is sitting there, he will change his intention, and he will make the intention for sake of Allah, and he will make intention that inshallah when we finish this gathering, we will leave, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us, and He will exchange our all sins into rewards. But he said, since it was Arabic and translation, so inshallah he would like to conclude his talk, but he said, if you have any kind of questions, please go ahead with it. And I know, Brother Alex, you have maybe tons of questions, so you can go ahead with it.
My main question is, what do Muslims, new and old, do about Christian holidays, like Christmas, for example?
What they do and don't?
Yes, more importantly, don't.
Okay.
And birthdays as well.
Okay. طبعا يسأل عن أعياد ميلادنا، يعني شنو هدف المسلمين أن يفعلوا في أعياد كريسماس أو غيرها، أو في أعياد ميلاد مثلا سواء كان شخصي أو عائلي.
شو يسوون المسلمين؟
إيه يعني شنو هدف؟ You mean what they will do or what they should do?
Okay, for example, this week they're having a Christmas party in my department. So everybody, as a Muslim, should I go and join even if I'm just eating food?
Okay.
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
So joining them,
Right.
because there's maybe one
celebrating. I think it comes down to
Celebrating
this particular holiday by participating in it, whether
Because-
it's a party or giving gifts or even in some cases might be saying Merry Christmas to people.
Yeah.
What are the rulings on
because
those
now,
three
yeah,
different
that's what I want to specify, because there is something called the purpose of birthday. Either it's a Christmas or just a normal birthday. The second part is celebrating the Christmas or the birthday. The third one is joining or telling them Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday. So there's three things,
Right.
So inshallah I will gonna ask one by one. طبعا هم لنا أسئلتهم شائعة، فأنا قلت هي طبعا ثلاث أشياء. الغرض من الحفلة أو الغرض من الأعياد ما هي وما أساسها؟ أنا قلت هذا لها جواب. الآن مشاركة معهم في أعيادهم، طبعا سواء كان مثلا في إدارة معينة وكذا، هذا أمر آخر. أمر ثالث الآن تهنئتهم بهذا. فقلت هم ثلاث أمور. تفضل يا شيخ.
عفوا بس
تفضل.
أنا مشكلتي إن والدي كاثوليك.
نعم.
وهذه المناسبة قادمة الآن. وأيضا يوجد لدي معاناة لأن أنا لا أؤمن بهذا الشيء.
نعم.
ما أؤمن بهذا، لكن لا أؤمن بعيد ميلاد ولا أؤمن به.
Somebody's trying to get in.
فأيضا هذه العملية أنا طبعا كوالدي إني أرفع التليفون عليهم لأنهم باركوا لي الحمد لله وقالوا لي لكم باركة.
Where did you born?
مبارك في أنا يا رب يا وليدي أنا هذه أيضا من ضمن هذا السؤال.
Now the yeah. I'll translate it. The brother's situation is now more critical. He said that I'm a Muslim, but my parents are non-Muslims. They are Catholics, and they wished me when I became Muslim, they wished me and they congratulate me and they told me that, just, may Allah bless you in Islam and, just, go with your way. So he said, now I'm facing a problem because they are Catholic and they are celebrating, so should I call them, and he doesn't want to. But he said, what to do in this case. Shall I celebrate with them? Shall I at least tell them that, Merry Christmas or so and so? So inshallah, Shaykh will gonna say the thing.
I got one last question to add to that. Is it okay to not say Merry Christmas, but say enjoy your holiday?
اوكي. يعني يقول طبعا انا ودي اعرف ان هل باستطاعتي ان اقول لهم مثلا استانسوا بعيدكم. ما اقول لهم مثلا ميري كريسمس بس اقول لهم استانسوا بعيدكم. طبعا ناخذها حبه حبه. Because now we have many questions, so we're gonna go for the purpose of birthday or purpose of the birthday. الغرض من الأعياد أو ما هو أساس الأعياد.
Birthdays. Okay.
Birthdays, yes.
هو طبعا في الإسلام الأعياد عندنا عيد الفطر وعيد الأضحى.
In Islam, basically in Islam, we have two celebrations, not the birthdays, two celebrations. One is Eid al-Adha and one is Eid al-Fitr. The one, it comes after Ramadan, and the one, it comes after Hajj, two Eids.
وكان في الجاهلية قبل الإسلام كثير من الأعياد وجاء الإسلام يعني إلغاء هذه الأعياد وأبدلنا بها العيدين. ولذلك في الجاهلية كان هناك أعياد كانت كثيرة وجاء الإسلام بإلغاء جميع الأعياد وأبقى هذا.
In pre-Islam time, the age of pre-Islam, there was many celebrations, many celebrations. So that's why Islam came with two, celebrations, two major celebrations, and he denied all the previous celebrations that they used to do at that time. And he came with only two ceremonies or two, what do you call it? Occasions. Holidays.
فهم يحتفلون بأعياد عيد الأم وعيد العمال وعيد المدري وعيد الحب وعيد لأنهم يفتقرون لهذه الأمور فيجعلون هذا اليوم كعيد. ليس عندهم علاقة.
في زماننا طبعا.
في زماننا يفتقرون للعلاقات الاجتماعية مع أمهاتهم فيجعلون طيب من عمل لا يجعل لها عيدا خاص. يفتقدون هذا الحب فيما بينهم ليجعل عيدا للحب. يفتقدون للعمال والطهار ليجعل عيدا للعمال. يفتقد يجعل أعياد والولادة يحتفل بأنه في هذا اليوم ولد. أنت إذا عرفت بأنك تقدمت سنة وهذه السنة فيها الكثير من المعاصي والسيئات تحتفل؟ ما تحتفل. أي واحد وأخيرا خلنا أدير عشان أعطيك فيها زيادة.
إن شاء الله. But he said nowadays, if you look at the other nations, they celebrate Thanksgiving, Valentine, Mother Day, I don't know what do you call it, like worker days, they celebrate Labor Day. And there are days, celebration. He said why? Because they are missing something, so that's why they are putting it, a holiday for it and a day for it. They don't respect their parents, they are missing that thing, there's a gap, so they are putting one day as, a Mother Day. There's something they are missing in their labor law or some kind of that, so they are putting something for labors. So there's many missing gaps in that field or in their life, so they are filling it with so-and-so day, so-and-so day, so-and-so day. So it shouldn't be like that, and it's not coming through the religion, it's not coming from authentic source. As well.
بكم عليها بس نكمل واحد. لأن الإسلام كل أيام المسلمين لابد أن يعتني بأمه ليس يوم واحد. لابد يعني يعتني بالحب مع زوجته مع أبنائه مع كذا. لابد على طول مستمر فلا يجعل يوم واحد لهذا الحب فقط. يعطي الهدايا، تعطي الهدية لأمك لأحبابك في أي وقت شئت وأي لا تخصص هذا اليوم. للعمال كذلك إلا الأعياد المعروفة المشهورة. لذلك الإسلام جاء هذا حياته الحب والوالدين والأبناء والمال إلى آخره. فلا يجعل عيد، جعلنا فقط عيدين فرحة للصائم فرحة للحاج.
Also, he said, when a person comes into this life, a baby, so they start celebrating, year after year after year. But if a person, if he thinks about like in 1 year, how many sin he commits, and at the end of your year, the time he born, for example, a month, and he will gonna celebrate. But basically he is celebrating for all the previous sins that he made, So why he have to celebrate for the sins? If he calculates his whole year, previous year, you will find his whole year is full of sins. And after that, he should be, ask repentance from Allah. But he's celebrating that, he became now 25 or 26 or 27. And basically, year after year, he's getting closer to his grave. So basically also he is celebrating his time that he's getting closer to his graveyard. So this is totally something conflicting with each other. This is one. Now another thing the Shaykh is saying now about Islam, you don't have to love your mother once a year, As a Muslim, you have to love your mom every day. You don't have to love your wife once a day and give her a flower or a gift once a year. No, you as a Muslim, you have to love your wife every single day. You don't have to respect your neighbors, once a year. You have to respect him every single day. So Muslim's life is all joy and love and happiness and respect with everyone. Regardless, I specify 1 day for my mom, I specify 1 day for my wife, I specify 1 day for my children. It's not like that in Islam. In Islam, it's every day we are responsible for everyone surrounded by us.
I have a question about the birthday thing. My birthday is in October, so this is the first year that I was practicing as a Muslim and at the same time having a birthday. In the past, I used to look forward to having my birthday celebrated because to me, the way I was raised, the day that you're born is one of the most special days of your life. The next one being when you get married, of course, I think. But this year, I wasn't looking forward to it at all.
Alhamdulillah, so your feeling has changed, but let's, inshallah, I will come with the question, but let the Shaykh, inshallah, complete.
فأقول يعني في هذه الأعياد الميلاد والأعياد الأخرى هذا الأمر الأول. الأمر الثاني، هذه الأمور لأنها لم يفعلها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا الصحابة ولا من بعدهم التابعين لذلك لماذا نفعل شيء لم يفعله؟ لأنه يفعل كل شيء فيه الخير ودلنا على كل الخير ولم يفعله عليه الصلاة والسلام ولا الصحابة ولا أمر به ولا أمر. ولذلك نحن متعبدون أن نفعل كما فعل.
Basically, he said, none of the prophets, and basically the last and final prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't do it. He didn't celebrate when he born. And he was a prophet for 20 years, so he didn't celebrate his birthday year after year. Even though after his death, no one from the companion did that. That he born at that day or he died at that day, so we have to be happy on his birthday and we have to be sad on his demise. No one did it. So neither prophet or the companion or any other righteous people came after the companion and the followers. So why we have to create something that does not exist in our deen, in our religion?
فجاءت هذه الأمور من الغرب أو من بعض الدول من بعض الكفار تأتي إلى الإسلام. الإسلام يأخذ ما يناسبه من هذه الأمور التي توافق الإسلام. ولذلك تجد مثلا بعض العادات الموجودة عندنا الشعبية قد تفعل للعادة وليست للعبادة. أمور كثيرة من العادات عندنا مثلا هذه الديوانية والزيارات هذه ليست موجودة ولكن عادات لا يحرمها الشرع لأنها من العادات الاجتماعية وكذا. تأتي مثلا عادات أخرى مثلا في شرب الشاي غير موجودة في بعض البلاد. في عادات هي عادات اجتماعية لا يحرمها الشرع. الشرع يأتي بمنع ما يخالف الشرع.
So, Shaykh is saying, what was the perfect the Prophet ﷺ did it and he told us to do. So we don't have to create something that he didn't do it and we think that it's good for us to do it, since the Prophet ﷺ didn't do it in his life. And nowadays, maybe the Westerns and the non-Muslims come with their own habits or celebrations. So Muslim shouldn't take these things as a priority in his life. Yes, he will see what's good and what's compatible with Quran and the Sunnah, and then he can go with it. And also the Shaykh said there is something called habits and traditionals. For example, Dewaniya. It was not existing at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, Dewaniya, something called Dewaniya, for example. But the Quran and the Hadith didn't forbid Dewaniya because it's a cultural thing, you know, people come and sit, so he didn't forbid it. We drink coffee, we drink chai, we drink gahwa, we eat dates, so it's a traditional thing. The Prophet ﷺ didn't forbid it, the Quran didn't forbid these things. So it's a cultural thing. So if we take something from West, which is not contradiction with our relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either by Quran and Sunnah, it's fine. But once it comes as a priority in our deen and our religion, then you have to put a line and then you have to stop.
So the Saba cultural thing,
What's that?
Saba,
Is it companion?
no, the month, the Ramadan, the 1 month
1 month?
that you
Ramadan.
guys
Fast? No,
That's a cultural thing?
No.
This is the religion. This is in the Quran. It says.
That's part of
It says he's prescribed fasting on you as just like the nations before you.
30 days.
30 days is from Quran. The Quran said it, that you have to fast as the previous nations used to fast. So we
it's
know that.
prescribed on everybody.
It's a pillar. There's 5 pillars, you know, that make you a Muslim basically. And the fasting in Ramadan's a pillar, so it's a requirement.
بالنسبة حق الشق الثاني من السؤال هو تهنئة بأعيادهم.
The second part of the question is to say to them, you know, Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday or Thanksgiving or whatever.
إذا أنا هنأت هؤلاء بعيدهم كأني أقر بما يحتفلون به.
If I celebrate with them, or not celebrate, if I just give him a greeting by telling him Merry Christmas, so that's mean I'm agreeing with them for what they are doing, even though they are doing something wrong and they are celebrating a day of Prophet Jesus that he born at that day, which is not proven either by book or by history. So, and they are doing it with sins, you know, they are doing parties and lot of sins by drinking and dancing. And once I will tell them Merry Christmas, I'm confirming, you know, and I'm assuring my agreement that, you know, yes, what you are doing is right, and I'm congratulating you with it.
فكأني أهنئ هذا الشخص بأنه ينسب لله الولد، وأهنئ الشخص أنه قد صلب عيسى عليه السلام، فأنا قاعد أقر بهذا وأهنئ على هذا. فهذا من أمر من الشركيات التي عندنا التي تخرج الإنسان، وهذا من توحيدنا. فلما أهنئ بعكس ما أنا أؤمن به أهنئه فهذا خطأ. كالذي لو مررت في الشارع أو دخلت على شخص والعياذ بالله ويفعل كبيرة، ليست شرك كبيرة وقد يزني مثلا، فإذا خرجت تهنئه لا يصح عقلا. هذه كبيرة، هي زنا أو سرقة أو كذا. إذا سرق جاء الديوانية شخص وقد سرق 1,000,000 دينار، جلس مبروك على هذه السرقة جزاك الله، ما تستطيع. كيف أن تهنئ شخص ينسب إلى إله الذي تعبده وتوحده وأنه ينسب له ولد وأن قد صلب وأنه لا ينبغي أبدا، ليس من الدين.
He's saying, especially now we are talking about the Merry Christmas, not any other thing, because you know I just mentioned the Thanksgiving, other things, but we are just specifying the Merry Christmas. Now, once you tell him Merry Christmas, you are agreeing with him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a son. And this is the greatest shirk. This is the greatest shirk, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive a person who's committing a shirk. And He will forgive everything decide the shirk. Whatever. If a person kills his mom and dad, Allah might forgive this person. But a person agrees that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a partner, Allah will never forgive this person. So by you're telling this person Merry Christmas, you are agreeing with him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a son. This is one. And you are agreeing with him that this Isa alayhi salam was crucified. You're agreeing with him because they are agreeing with it. So now this thing specifically, Merry Christmas, it's coming back to your religion. Our religion is oneness of Allah, Tawheed. But when he is doing Christmas and celebrating, you are agreeing with him that first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have a son, this is one. And secondly, that Jesus, peace be upon him, was crucified, and you're agreeing with him as well. The third thing now is, it's like the Sheikh said, if you are crossing to the street, and you saw a person committing a biggest shirk, a biggest sin, not drinking, he said you might saw a person in the middle of the street fornicating. Will you go to him and you will tell him, Mabruk, congratulations, brother? Will you do that?
No.
No one will do that, He's committing a sin, not a shirk. He's committing a sin. And he's saying another thing, that if a person comes inside and he told us that he robbed 1,000 KD, will you go to him and you tell him, Mabruk, you did a good job, congratulations to rob 1,000 KD? Logically, you will not say that because he did something wrong. What about the person is associating partner and celebrating for something which is related to your deen and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this is the major shirk. What's your question, brother?
What is shirk? What is the
Shirk
difference?
means associating partner with Allah. Making a partner with Allah.
Oh,
Like there's Allah, there's Almighty God, and then you will say, well,
His equivalent.
he have a son. طبعا يقول شنو
It's a big topic.
I want to correct in Christianity, we don't celebrate Jesus was born in December. We just happen to be that day. But everybody knows he wasn't born in December.
No, well, the thing is, not everybody
he
knows.
wasn't
No,
born.
I know he wasn't born today.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is,
I just want to be.
no.
I want to be clear on that.
No,
that
I understand.
Supposedly he was born in June.
No, but the thing is,
No, we don't know that.
no,
Well,
no.
a lot of people
we
do
don't.
believe that that's.
No,
I
we
mean,
don't. We
oh,
don't.
I was born as well, and
No,
I went to
Maybe
Catholic school.
you. No, I wasn't Catholic, but
No,
maybe
but what
you
I'm
will
saying is-
believe it. I don't believe that.
No,
Well,
we're not
I
saying
don't
you,
believe,
but some
there's a
people
lot of
do.
people that do.
No, I just want to put it clear.
No, but some people do. Some people.
It's an occasion
I did.
that, yeah, I mean, for me,
Growing up,
I mean,
But it's upsetting,
as an Arabian Catholic, right?
No,
And I used to go-
I'm sorry, right?
And when I used to go to church, okay, on 25th of December, it is the occasion that Jesus was born that day.
That's what I thought growing up too.
I know it wasn't, I know it's not, but this is the, I mean, Christmas is the occasion of the day of birth of Jesus.
It's not that.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos, what I'm saying, I mean, in Russia, they don't celebrate on 25th December, they celebrate in January because
Yeah.
they, so,
And
yeah.
that's because it's a different
What he's trying to
calendar.
say is there are different days to,
But they do
yeah,
celebrate
yeah.
the day, basically.
Yeah.
Birthday.
أخ brother Carlos saying that إن هم طبعا لأن حس شوي لأنه هو الوحيد اللي غير مسلم فقال إن هم لا يحتفلون بعيد المولد لأن هو ما حد يدري إنه يعني هو الآن يقر يقول ما حد يدري إنه فعلا كان المولد فالأخ يوسف قال لنا لا هم يحتفلون وإحنا نروح الكنيسة فيقول لا يعني هذا غير صحيح فصار شوي مشاكل بس أنا ما ودي إنه يطول الموضوع لأنه هو قال إن أنا مو مرتاح من الحوار هذا فباسically يعني كلام يعني you're right by the way he just agreeing with you and he said إن مو يوم محدد لهذا الشيء.
فهذه القضية الثانية أن يعني لنسأل لماذا هم يحتفلون بهذا اليوم؟ لماذا يحتفلون بهذا اليوم؟ يعني ما هو سبب الاحتفال؟ بس ما أسأل السؤال هو إحنا كانوا يحتفلون بمولد الشخص بيرثدي ما في مشكلة يحتفل بالأم لأنها تقدير الأم طيب هذا اليوم لماذا يحتفلون به؟ هذا السؤال لماذا يحتفلون به؟
طبعا now it's a general talk
حتى نستفيد وليس على باب المحاضرة والمناظرة
صحيح
حتى أستفيد لأن أنا لا أعرف ولا دخلت يعني أنا بس أسأل حتى أستفيد.
Brother Carlos, the Sheikh actually saying that I just would like to know from you because He's saying that because he doesn't know about Christianity, so he said if you can just provide him some information. So because it's saying
What I know is that we don't know the date.
exactly. No, that's why his question. He would like to ask a question that it's rather than Mother Day or Thanksgiving Day or Labor Day, whatever it is. This is something fun. We might accept it because it's not relating to our religion. But he said now about the Christmas exactly. The people are celebrating what they are celebrating for. This is the question.
They represent the birth of Jesus, not that day, but that it happened to pick up that day. Maybe 300 years, somebody decided, no, let's use.
Yeah, but the main thing is they are celebrating the birth of Jesus.
Oh, well, somebody come over there and change the date to a
Yeah,
different
but
date.
it's not the date. It's the
Concept, the concept.
It's what in Islam called the niyyah.
If I ask you, do you know when he was born?
It's not, but that's what I'm saying. It's not the date. It's the date. What are they celebrating?
Are we all agreeing here? I mean, I think we're all saying we don't know the day, right? Isn't that what you're saying, Carlos?
I don't know the date.
Yeah, nobody else knows the day either.
We're not
It's
talking
like
about dates.
President's Day. You know what? President's Day, it's not the day they were elected president or
Exactly.
born. We just pick a day and celebrate. And that's
Like
how
Mother's
Christmas
Day,
is.
it was picked up to make.
It's actually chosen for other reasons, but we won't go into it right now.
Yeah.
Let's
طبعا هو يقول ان ما في يوم محدد ولكن الغرض منه ان يحتفلون بعيد عيسى بس ما في يوم محدد يقول يعني 25 ديسمبر 25
انا لا اختلف يعني نرجو من اللفظ ما يشدوا معه. اقول لهم لحد
he's saying guys he's requesting that I would like to ask the brother and requesting no one will talk please because Shaykh would like to gain knowledge because he doesn't know he's nil in Christianity. So he said, please, no one will talk. I just would like to know from Carlos, brother Carlos.
فالسؤال يعني لا أقصد سؤالي متى اليوم. أنا لماذا يحتفلون فقط؟
Yeah, and of course he's بالضبط يعني the Shaykh is asking exactly. I'm not concerned about the date. Either it's 25 or 30, whatever it is. But he's saying that the purpose of celebrating is the day Jesus born, right?
Yes.
Okay. طبعا يقول صحيح ان يوم ولادة عيسى.
بس لا نريد ان احنا اليوم اذا احتفل الشخص بهذه الولاده ولاده الاله وكذا فبالتالي هذا يصادم فلا ينبغي للمسلم ان يهنئ بشخص يحتفل بولاده الهي يعني انا اعتقد انه لم يلد ولم يولد. ولذلك فأنا ما أحتفل معه فقط هذا الأمر ليس معنى هذا الكلام أني لا أهدئه أني أعاديه أو أني لا يعني أتردد إليه أو أني لا أدعوه أو أني أبغضه أو ليس هذا الكلام فقط ولكن حتى كيف سيدعى إلى الإسلام كيف سيدعى إلى الخير الذي أنا ذقته إذا أنا لم تكن عندي محبة للخير له. لن تجد هذه الامور اذا كان هناك معاداه لا لكن ديني يعني يحرم علي يعني اهنئ الشخص الاخر بمخالفه معتقد. هذا الذي نريد ان نصل اليه. وهذا الكلام ليس معناته ان اعاديه او حتى الحوار والطريقه هذه انا لو كنت يعني اي انسان مكان بهذه المشاده قد لا اقبل. فلا بد ان يكون يعني الحوار في وفي كذا حتى يتقبل الإنسان يعني الحق منك ويجب أن يحس بأريحية في الحوار أو في الجلسة إذا حس أنه الكل ضدي والكل كذا
First of all, the Shaykh is saying it's only specifying we are talking about the day of Christmas, whatever date is, because this is coming back to us. Quran in the last chapter in Quran Allah says in Surah Ikhlas قل هو الله أحد لم يلد ولم يولد that say he is Allah only he
say he's Allah the one he begets not nor was he begotten
he begets not so when this ayat came and the other nations they are saying that Jesus or Son of God so now it's coming back to your religion other thing, whatever it is, Mother Day or any other thing, it's not coming back to your religion because we respect the mother, we respect the people, we respect the employees, we respect everyone. But somehow when it comes to Allah, to the God Almighty, and associating partner, either a partner or a son or something like that, then we don't celebrate with them, but it doesn't mean, Sheikh saying, it doesn't mean that you have to be an enemy for that person. You know, you turn to an enemy to that person. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't have to be friendly with this person. It doesn't mean that you have to cut off your relation with that person. You know, at the end, he's a human. Either your father, your brother, your sister, your friend. In this case specifically, you don't go with him further. You know, it's just, okay, he celebrated that day. Okay, I'm fine with it. But it doesn't mean that I will cut off everything. And he's saying, even though if you are sitting among other people, and everyone start telling him, no, this is, he'll say, I will not accept it. Because, you know, even though who is right, who's wrong, it's not concerned here. But if everyone start, you know, telling a person what's right and what's wrong, and 1, 2, 3, tack, so he might not accept it. It could be in a friendly way, you know. And because he's saying that, yes, the brothers, Muslims, and they felt about Islam after becoming Muslim, that's why they are keen about, but, you know, it comes slightly, you know. So in this case, we are specifying the Christmas, the people, whatever they are doing, they will do. We don't go celebrate with them, but it doesn't mean that, you know, we have to cut off everything from this person, either he's or she is my mother or brother or whoever he is. We have to be friendly, but in this case, we have to just stop and shouldn't go further and don't become extreme.
ولذلك هذه قواعد عامة حتى في الحوار، ليس فقط المسلم أو غير المسلم، مع المسلم مع بعضهم البعض. في قد يكون هناك خلاف على مسائل فقهية. إذا كان الحوار بطريقة ما تفضلت اللي هي الحجة والمقارنة، لن يقبل حتى لو كان هو مخطئ، ستأخذه ولن يقبل منك. فلا بد يعني من الحوار الهادئ والأدب وكذا حتى أي إنسان منك يتقبل هذا الكلام.
Now he's saying, even though in Islam, you know, there are certain things, you know, certain rules and thought of schools, you know, and scholars. Now one scholar, he's explaining one hadith or one verse in a way. And another scholar or another person, he is taking it from his own knowledge in another way. So there's a slight difference between opinion. But if they both start sitting together and starting like, you know, going back and forth and no, you are right or you're wrong and I'm right and I'm wrong and you're right, no one gonna accept that. So he said it's common thing, like, you know, there's mistakes, but it should be in a proper way, in a friendly way. You listen to his opinion and then he listens to your opinion, and it goes slightly without any extremism.
مع الشباب نحن يعني عندنا عمل ننزل إلى بعض المخيمات والكذا نرى بعض الحفلات للاحتفال بالكريسماس فأنزل ومعي مثلا شريط وبطولية أستأذن المخيم السلام عليكم يخرج الشخص ممكن بكلام أتكلم عن الحوار وأسلم عليه أقول هذا العمل لا يجوز وهذا كذا وهذه فتوى ويتقبل مني وأنكر عليه بهذه الطريقة. ونعمل في كل سنة ننزل إلى الشباب إلى المخيمات ولم يحدث معنا ولا مشاهدة لأنها تنزل بأدب. لو إنسان قال لك يعني أخرج تخرج هذا من حقك. طيب في كل سنة نعمل ولكن يعني بأدب وحوار يتقبل. وأنا أصدر لكم يعني نماذج من الناس الذين ناس تبكي والله بكاء يبكي بعد ما يذكر وبعد أن يعني يعلم كأنه يفوق من غفلته. فلا بد من الحوار يعني.
He's saying on a yearly basis we are going to the tents or the camps, you know, nearby, and we look at the camps. They are celebrating the either Merry Christmas or New Year or something like that. So he said we'll just take a few cassettes with us and few pamphlets about Islam and about, like, you know, explaining all these things as some kind of cassettes, and they will go there, ask permission to go in. And these people will let the Sheikh and some of his friends to come in, and he will just talk 5 minutes after celebrating, after greeting everyone inside, and go there, and Sheikh will say that, well, this is the base of the basics of the Christmas, and this is how it goes, and in our religion it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes like that, and if you want further information. You can go back to the cassette, you can read the pamphlets and the papers what I'm giving to you. And he said, with never, from many years I'm doing it, never it became extreme and they are telling us no and this, because it was in a proper way.